Hi, good morning. Welcome to my channel. This is Coach Steven. Today, we're going to talk about the grip. A lot of people are asking me what sort of grip they should be holding for their forehand, backhand, serve, etc., etc. Well, it's true that there are different kind of grips meant for different kind of strokes. But I'm a very open-minded coach when it comes to the grip, right? I allow my student to use a grip that they are comfortable with, and unless they are hitting the ball wrongly or uncomfortably, I'm not going to change their grip to the so-called proper grip. I don't believe there is a so-called proper grip. Okay, for example, the serve. Some people will say, oh, you have to use the continental grip for the serve and all that. I, for one, do not use the continental grip for the serve. And I think my serve is okay. All right, I've seen kids or even some adults, students who are able to serve very well even though they are not using the continental grip. Okay, so this is just one example. So let me go through the basics of some of the grips that you will be holding and what they are called and what is the reason why the racket is held that way. Okay? Right, first thing first, we need to understand the grip. Okay? Now, if you look at the grip, I hope this is in focus. If you look at the bottom of the grip, you will see that it has got 8 sides. It's got a top. You got to put your racket this way, by the way. Okay, not this way, not this way. It won't be accurate. So it has to be this way. Okay, on edge. So this is the top, bottom, the right, left. This is the in between the right and the top, simply known as the top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left. Okay, so there are 8 sides. All right, and the next thing that you got to know for your reference is we're going to use the index knuckle. Okay, this bone right here, the index finger knuckle. Okay, as a reference point. Okay, now just to give you an example, if you hold your racket this way, you can see that the knuckle is resting on the right side, of the 8 sides. Okay, the right side of the grip. The knuckle is resting on the right side of the grip. All right, these will be known as the Eastern forehand grip. Okay, or some call it the classic forehand grip. Okay, Eastern forehand grip. Okay, when I was in my junior days, we were told that this is the grip, the proper grip to hold for forehand. During my time, no other grip existed for the forehand, only the Eastern forehand grip. Okay, that was in the 80s. Okay, so now bear in mind that whichever grip that you're holding, all right, if you look at my hand, okay, the index finger is always separated with the other 3 fingers. Okay, you should be holding your grip this way, not this way. Okay, if you ever catch yourself or your friend holding the racket with 4 fingers close together like this, it's a no-no. You do not hold your grip like that because there is no flexibility on the wrist. Okay, you want to hold your grip a little bit like you are holding a gun, like you're triggering a gun this way. So that's why the index finger is away from the other 3. Okay, that's something that you have to bear in mind. So once again, if your index knuckle is resting on the right side, this is known as the Eastern forehand grip. Okay, and then when you shift your grip down 1 notch clockwise, okay, or to the right, see, now the knuckle is on the bottom right, panel. Okay, so when your knuckle is on the bottom right, you can see that the index finger, there's still a gap here. So when the knuckle is on the bottom right, all right, this is known as the semi-western forehand grip, or the semi-western forehand grip, depending on which part of the world you're from. Okay, so I call it semi-western. Okay, semi-western forehand grip. And apparently the semi-western forehand grip is currently the most popular forehand grip in the world. Okay, the reason why people are switching from Eastern forehand to a semi-western It's because they want their racket a little bit more closed, all right, so that they can whip the ball up a little bit more, thus creating a little bit more spin, or a lot more spin actually, in their shot. Okay, so if you want to go for slightly heavier top spin and all that, I suggest that you try out the semi-western forehand grip. Okay, all right, and then if you move 2 notch upwards, okay, now you can see that my knuckle is on the top right panel. You see? Okay, knuckle on the top right panel. Now this is what we call a continental grip. The correct technical term is continental grip. Some people call it the hammer grip. Some people call it the chopping knife grip. It all means the same thing. Okay, so this grip, all right, is very, very useful. Okay, because other than the forehand or the single-handed backhand, most of the other shots, I would use this grip. Okay, for example, the serve, the volley, the smash, the slices, drop shots, you know, you name it. There are a lot of shots that actually utilizes the continental grip. So this is a very versatile grip. It's very useful in a lot of scenarios. Okay, but I won't use this for the forehand unless I'm doing an underspin slice forehand. Yeah, then I'll use this grip. All right, but for the normal forehand drive, I wouldn't recommend this grip because this grip has a slightly open face. You can see when I hold this grip, the racket face is slightly open. If you attempt to hit a forehand drive with this grip, your ball will probably fly out of the court because the racket face is open. You'll be hitting underneath the ball. All right, so again, continental grip, or known as hammer grip. This is commonly used in serve, volley, smash, slices, drop shots, okay, and a couple of variety of shots. Okay, so continental grip. So these are the some of the main grips. Okay, there's one more. Move your knuckle all the way and rest it on top. Okay, this is the top panel. Now, see the knuckle is right on top. So this is known as the Eastern backhand grip. Okay, back in the days, this is the grip that we use when you're hitting a single-handed backhand. Okay, a single-handed backhand. So this is the grip that we use back in the days. Again, some people are switching, or shifting their grip slightly, you know, to suit their own comfort. You need to be flexible with your grips, because take the Eastern backhand grip for example. Some people are just very uncomfortable with that grip. All right, I've seen people hit very good backhand drive using a continental. I've seen people do a very nice backhand drive using a reverse continental. We can talk about that later. All right, so there we have it. We got the classic Eastern forehand grip, where the knuckle is on the right or resting on the right. We have the semi-western forehand grip, where the knuckle is on the bottom right. And then we have the continental grip, where the knuckle is on the top right. And then last but not least, the Eastern backhand grip, where the knuckle is on the top panel. These are the 4 main grips. Are there other grips? Sure. Okay, there is this grip known as the full western forehand grip, where your knuckle is on the bottom panel. I know what you're thinking. It looks really weird and uncomfortable. But there are some people who are hitting their forehand using this grip. Personally, I don't recommend it. Reason is very simple. This grip has got some limitations. It is not an ideal grip when the ball is high. And also, a lot of time you need to position your arm way out in front in order to square your racket and hit the ball. Any attempt to hit a ball slightly late with the full western forehand grip is going to be a disaster. All right, so not only does it look weird, I feel that it is, it's more unorthodox. okay, in my opinion. So I never teach Western forehand grip unless it is a very, very small child, maybe 3 or 4 years old, and he has trouble holding up his racket. He keeps dropping his racket, or his racket face keeps opening because of the lack of strength and all that. Then during the interim period, I will let him hold a Western for a while, but as he becomes stronger and more confident, I will still shift him to a semi-Western eventually. I will not let him stick to the full Western. That is my opinion. Okay. And then how about double-handed backhand? Okay, so those are the single-handed backhand, single-handed forehand grips, okay, for the serve and volley, etc. And now we want to talk about the double-handed backhand grip. Okay. Now, again, I want you to be flexible in this aspect. Okay, on the double-handed backhand, in my opinion, you can hold a Eastern forehand on the right hand and also hold a Eastern forehand using the left hand. That means on the reverse side. Okay, note that the two hands are close together, but they're not overlapping. I do not encourage having a big gap in between the two hands, because when you have a big gap in between the two hands, you tend to be doing this a lot when you hit the ball. But with the two hands close together, you're less likely to do that. Okay, or you do that a lot less. Okay, so again, one of the grip is Eastern forehand using the right hand, Eastern forehand on the backhand. So you can say that the two hands are exactly 180 degrees apart. Okay, so they are facing each other. Okay, now that being said, there is also this grip, okay, that you can try. Continental on the right hand, okay, and a semi-Western on the left hand. Again, the two hands, again, 180 degrees apart. And now, to me, having the two hands 180 degrees apart is important because it feels a lot more comfortable and natural. Can you imagine you're holding a continental and then maybe you try to hold a Eastern backhand? It looks very, very uncomfortable and it feels very, very uncomfortable. So to me, the most comfortable is having the two hands exactly 180 degrees apart. Okay, if you get what I mean. All right. So get the grip or use the grip that you're most comfortable with, and you are always able to square your racket at the point of contact. That is very important. If you cannot square your racket at the point of contact in a comfortable manner, that means that grip is not suitable for you, because you don't want to be hitting under the ball or hitting over the ball all the time. All right, if you find yourself hitting out most of the time, it's probably because your racket face is open. All right, so then you might want to consider switching your grip slightly, adjusting your grip slightly to something that gives you a more square contact on the ball. Okay, or likewise, if you find yourself always hitting into the net because the racket face is closed, again, make some adjustments, all right, and try it out. There is no hard and fast rule, really. In my opinion, I've been teaching tennis for 30 over years, right? There is no hard and fast rule what grip you should be holding. All right, but unfortunately, we still have a lot of coaches out there or even your friends and say, oh no, you have to hold this grip for the serve. You have to hold this grip for the forehand. There is no such thing. Okay, I don't believe in that. I've been teaching for 30 over years and I seldom talk to my students about the grips unless I find that it's necessary to change. All right, even on my first lesson, student will say, coach, what grip should I be holding? I say, hold whatever grip you're comfortable with and show me how you play. All right, if I find that there's a need to change your grip, I'll do it. All right, but if you're comfortable with that grip, I'll leave you alone. Okay, why go and change something that is working? All right, so don't believe that there is a hard and fast rule in grips. Okay, of course, there are certain things that you can't do with a certain grip. There are certain things that you can do with a certain grip, likewise. Okay, so it really depends on your own comfort level and how comfortable you are, holding up your racket. Some people are comfortable holding the racket up this way. Some people are comfortable holding the racket down this way. Again, that will affect the kind of grips that you will prefer. All right, so there we have it. This is a very simple introduction on the various kind of grips that you can hold for your forehand and your backhand. I hope you like this video, and I hope this video helps you understand a little bit more about the tennis grips. Okay, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and then subscribe to my channel. Also press the notification button so that we will notify you every time you get a new video uploaded. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good day.